Say hi to Eamon.
Alrighty.
Self-appointed guardian/business partner, and this is Auntie Val. She's a
Live
dear
now.
friend of your late parents and your other guardian.
Posting the Twitter thing. Okay.
Eamon thinks of himself as an entrepreneur.
PC Gaming Show.
Talk for criminal.
Let's turn this down slightly. Hold on.
You can get into with old furniture, but Eamon's got a knack for it.
PC Gaming Show. Here's hoping we actually get a good conference that isn't bloated and horribly paced like the last couple years have been.
Extensive and frankly exhausting romantic adventures. But you're your own boss. Decorate, invest in your tools, expand your shop, travel a little, all at your own pace. The fate of the city can wait. Trash Goblin, out now.
One goblin's trash is another goblin's treasure. That's a famous saying in the goblin community, along with goblins speak louder than words and don't put all your eggs in one goblin. Trash Goblin 1.0.
Hey, Tynel.
Right now.
I had to leave almost right after Persona 4 since my friend called me to scream about the Persona 4 remake. Oh, that's awesome. You thinking we could get some people from Valve at this showcase? No. No, I do not. PC Gamer is sponsoring this. Didn't AMD sponsor it beforehand?
Reducing load on your computer and still retaining some levels of image quality.
I don't think we'll see anything from Valve, to be honest.
I think it's super
I'd kind of be surprised if they do show up.
More performance, seemingly for free.
Being able to push my setup to its limits whilst also maintaining.
You know what would I'm just thinking about it now. Maybe Valve in the future would have their own showcase that's focused purely on games on their storefront. Could you imagine, like, the amount of announcements and stuff that they could easily get because everything's on Steam, especially a lot of independent developers and AA.
Or putting unnecessary strain on my PC. This is especially useful with new gen games. Whether I'm looking to dodge my opponent's crushing.
I want a Half-Life Alyx port for PS5 over PSVR 2.
It's reassuring to know that I've got the hardware side of
things. Yeah.
With like new gen.
That'd be quite cool. Yeah, like a Steam showcase, exactly. But like, of all the companies, you would think that they would have. They, you know, they would be able to get like the most amount of content, the most from developers. Like, Steam is huge. And then they could push hardware and stuff because they would have like, you know, they have Steam Deck, but I think eventually it could relaunch the Steam machines under a different brand. And now you have a consoleized version of PC, you know, in your entertainment center, running Steam OS.
For more, keep your eyes on the screen as we monitor the opinions of a couple of OLED experts.
Anyway.
OLED really does feel like a quantum leap forward in terms of the image quality you can expect from a really high.
What's the size of everyone's monitor? I'm just curious what people have because everyone said everyone's saying that like the size of displays are going up, like and what people are kind of expecting.
You're looking at OLED monitors
from pixel response time, color range and latency, refresh rates, depth, getting proper blacks.
It's all about CRTs. It seems like, though, through any announcements they just release on their page out of nowhere or on the YouTube channel. Yeah, well, like, everything that we saw during the Future Games Show when they were saying wishlist this on Steam, download the demo on Steam, like that's powerful stuff. I know they're mentioning Epic there as well, but you know, there are so many people still to this day. There's so many people that exclusively just want to go on Steam. Like they don't care if the game's not on Steam, it's not out. Like to them. I know a lot of people like that.
Exquisite.
I'm into my mill sims, so Grey Zone Warfare as well, which is a stunning Unreal Engine 5 looking game, but it also requires some good Twitch reactions.
By the way, this is the only, I just want to put it out here, this is the only conference out of everyone that we watched that only maxes out at 1080p. So, it's a PC gaming show without resolution support.
baby monitor.
Panel has a 31 and a half, 32-inch monitor. Curved. Ooh, fancy.
Nothing?
Is it 16 by 9 or is it ultra wide? Probably 16 by 9 if it's 32. My monitor is 27 inch, I think. Okay.
What did the monitor say when it got knocked onto the floor?
Ow. That hurts.
Okay, what else is in the news? Folks, you notice how Jack Black...
The one I'm watching this off of is an ultra wide, but I have it... I've reduced the resolution to 16 by 9 so you guys get a full screen picture. I think my next display likely will be an ultra wide. However, I'm debating whether I go higher resolution or if I stick to something like 1440p. 1440p is still a really good looking resolution, but I just am curious about untapped power, I guess.
Hi, I'm Frankie Dubs. That is my time. Good night.
Ultra wide? Yeah.
Please press F to pay respects to your servers and give it up for your next act, a colony management sim where it's all about cats versus mice. Here's a Whiskerwood.
I would never get anything that's not 16 by 9. Okay. The thing is, there's still games that don't support ultra wide. And like big games too. Like all the From Software games don't support ultra wide natively. You can patch it in there, but it's like that's an example of I mean, I would count those games as AAA, not supporting ultra wide. Although From Software's PC ports have always been, meh, you know. From Software isn't really a good, maybe not the best example for technical competency. These days, though, you're pretty much, most games work fine. But I like the new, LG just launched a new 5120 by 2160. It's a 5K by 2K monitor that's OLED. That's like 45 inches, like ultra wide. It's huge. They just launched it and it's like $2,000, and I've seen videos on YouTube of people playing on it. I mean, it's gorgeous, but you're like in 50-90 territory if you want a display like that. 5K by 2K. It's massive. And then you need a desk. You need a desk to like fit that thing on. And that's already, you know, that's a challenge in of itself. To get a desk that has enough of a footprint. My resolution is set to 1080 on my monitor. Okay. I've always stuck with Acer monitors. Oh, I've had bad luck with them, to be honest. Like to the point where I would never buy another Acer monitor. I've went through like 3 of them. And even the one I have now, for my original computer I built 10 years ago, is a 27-inch Acer that's 4K. And it's a beautiful looking monitor, and the image quality is good for what it is, but I have image retention, and I have IPS glow, and the buttons to access the menu are loose. Like they're just, I mean, they're not broken, I can still use it, but I have to like push it in a certain way in order to get the menu to come up.
Great, right? Pretty good.
I'll talk about it more. I have a video for my current computer I plan to do at the end of this year, so I'll talk about it more there. But yeah, like the quality of them, I have not had good luck with them, at least.
Well, things are going great at the workshop. We're focusing on hardware this year, and we're about to move on to keyboards.
Acer is good at, in terms of value, like how much you're paying for what you get. You know, they always offer some really competitive price value displays. I just felt that the build quality could be a lot better.
Great timing, because we're ready for our next segment. What would PC gaming be without the act of pressing a key and making magic happen? Our keyboards are the clickety-clackety medium.
You gone through too?
Wonders, and the tech behind them.
What happened to them though? Did they break on you, or were they just old?
A keyboard expert who can tell us all about Hall effect keys.
Because I had that X34 Predator when Acer was first coming out with those really big ultra wides back then, and that game had some, or that monitor had some software issues. That was just really awful.
depression through when you press it.
I had one where I had all these stuck pixels, like just stuck pixels all over the grid, and it was obnoxious. And then I have this current one, which works, but again, image retention. If I leave something on the screen for too long, and if I go to like something else, I see literally the outline of what I was looking at before. And yeah, it goes away after a couple minutes, but you know, it's image retention on an LCD too. And then, like I said, the buttons. Oh, they were just old. I keep upgrading every couple of years. Oh, your display, interesting. Most people keep their monitors for a lot longer than their other PC parts.
Hardware, Jacob Ridley, and see what he's cooked up for us. Hello, Jacob.
Oh, hi, Frankie. Great timing. I'm almost done with that special build you requested. It took a lot of work, but I think you're going to be happy with it, especially the particle cannons and plasma railgun.
What? I'm here about a custom PC build.
Are you sure? Let me check the work order. Jacob, please build me an awesome custom PC by June 8th. I'll also need you to build me a mech so I can rain fire and destruction down upon all my enemies on June 9th. But do the PC first. Thanks, J-Dog, TTYL, Frankie. Blimey, I got the dates mixed up, so you definitely don't need the mech today?
Nope. Power it down.
Okay.
It sure does look cool, though. That giant mech right over there, just off camera.
So expensive looking, isn't it?
It's a real sight to behold. Anyway, don't worry about how...
I don't think any of these skits really land. And they put so much effort into them. That's what makes it so, like, cringy to me. There's a lot of effort put into this.
Before we get started, though, why do you think gamers should build their own PCs?
Well, there's lots of reasons.
And it just feels so forced.
Save money over pre-built computers by buying parts separately and putting them together yourself. PCs are also one of the few electronics in your life you can build at home. Do you know anyone who's built their own television?
My Uncle Bertram did. He worked on it for weeks, but it just turned out to be a cardboard box with some angry bees in it. He called it BTV.
Oh, we're in for a
It stung all of us.
we're in for something. If it keeps doing this. I'm gonna have this going on in the background while I work. Okay, I envy you. At least you get to distract yourself with something.
Not only will you become more knowledgeable about diagnosing problems, you'll have a better chance.
I might edit a video while this is going on.
Thank you, Jacob.
Might as well. I'll just look up every couple of seconds and be like, okay.
Awesome custom PC, Jacob and
Yeah, it runs on Windows.
Right
Yeah.
here today on the PC Gaming Show.
Oh, cool.
First, we've got one more game to show you as we build our way to the end of our pre-show.
One more game.
If you're
All
a
right.
fan of unlikely animal friendship, something tells me...
Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Goodbye. That's the entire stream. That's what I'm doing. I think we're at the point where upgrading the monitor gets less and less attractive. I keep hearing people don't buy 4K because 1440p is enough. And also because games are so fucking unoptimized these days that you're going to be using upscalers anyway. So if you're not getting real 4K, you're getting upscaled 4K. I mean, there is a legitimate argument there saying 1440p is perfectly fine. There's no scaling required for 1440p. The game still looks sharp. And what you don't need to spend on resolution, you can get back in frame rate and a lot higher, performance. Just saying. Dude, I'm so pessimistic about this show. I literally am. It was so hard last year. It was really bad. And now I'm stuck here. And I'm going to be doing it again. And I haven't eaten anything. It's 12 o'clock. I have not eaten anything. And I'm going to be starving, and that's going to piss me off even more. I hope to God I'm wrong. I really do. Someone send me like an Uber order. The following program is intended for mature audiences. Cannot sue us for epilepsy. We warned you. These are all the GPUs that are being produced right now and packaged. and going directly into the hands of scalpers. Brought to you by the PC Gaming Show.
Hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2025. My name is Sean Day9 Plot, and once again, I am thrilled to be here with you.
Why does he look like...
previews and world-exclusive first looks at what's ahead in the world of PC gaming. But even more
He looks like Lex Luthor.
I'm delighted to be joined again by the co-host with the most, Mika Burton.
Thank you, Sean. It is great to be back on the PC Gaming Show, especially since we're cooking up something extra special this year. As you can
It's Lex Luthor in his factory of making GPUs and going to the,
Oh, that's right. Here in our high-tech hardware workshop.
Oh, he's not bald. He has some hair.
PC gadgetry for some of the world's smoothest secret operatives. You know where all the spies get all their coolest toys? Well, it's from us.
We've made headsets that double as wall climbing suction.
Isn't he like in his late 30s?
That can turn into cars, that turn into
Why do I look like you're 60?
Crossbow that's also a blunderbuss, and I'm afraid to touch it. That's how you know it.
I think he's a pretty young dude.
Gamer chair that turns completely invisible thanks to cloaking technology.
Sean, the invisible chair never actually made it out of R&D.
Well, that's what they want you to think. Regardless, we're in the process of using every ounce of our high-tech, top-secret, burn-after-reading black books engineering at our disposal to build what we call the Rig.
Ooh. The Rig is a top-of-the-line AMD-powered gaming PC, and it could be yours. Because after we build it here today, we will be giving it away to one lucky viewer
Wow.
of the show.
But that'll happen a bit later. Right now, let's kick off the show the PC Gamer way with count 'em, three world premieres.
Okay. World premieres. Here we go. What do you have to show us? Don't blow your load all at once.
I know you're nervous about going home. But you're going to be fine. We don't know the state of the crisis.
Interesting.
A job's a job, right? Get in, get out. Don't get sucked back in.
It's like intestines are growing on the walls. Ugh. Clean this shit. Lay the dead to rest. Endure the smells.
Remember, D, it's just
Ambrosia. Okay, well, another demo. That's good. Scream, bleed, die, rot. Hello. Can't watch streamer too handsome, making me feel gay. Well, I am gay. I'm sorry, but I do appreciate your comments. I'm too distracting for you. I'm sorry. There's no judgment here. What is this? It's like a rodeo. Some shooter with, This looks crazy. Looks like a multiplayer game, though. Far, far west. That's okay. Sign up for the playtest. I don't want to be gay. No one's making me gay, bro. You better leave while you still can.
The Sword Coast. Neverwinter. All these places will be consumed.
It's gonna come at you.
The shard bearer, a piece of Gith's blade returned. The only one who can help us defeating the King of Shadows.
You must endure this conference with us. I'll believe it when I see it, Scream. Okay? Playing hard to get. Never Winter Nights. That's a Dungeons and Dragons game. Oh, interesting.
Obsidian's 2006 classic RPG, but it's all new and shiny again. Honestly, I'm calling in sick today at launches.
Ooh, me too. I think my excuse will be food poisoning.
I was gonna go with regular poisoning.
Interesting. Go on.
Well, I already have so many sworn enemies and even more unlabeled bottles in my kitchen, so it's entirely believable.
You know what? You do you, my guy. In the meantime, let's check in with Frankie and Jacob about the rig.
Thanks, Mika. I'm here
I guess this is the computer that they're giving away.
Hardware, Jacob Ridley, and during today's
What type of case is that? That looks hideous.
even better,
It's like we prioritized airflow, and it has no design.
X3D, a Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 XT, plus 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Titanium DDR5 RAM.
We're also throwing in a Corsair K70 Pro keyboard, Asus ROG Swift OLED monitor, and a Corsair Nightsword RGB.
What's the GPU?
By Jacob.
We didn't forget a thing. We're even including a mousepad.
What about a GPU? You didn't mention that. You forgot that. They didn't mention a GPU. Hey Jack, have they shown Ultra Kill yet? They have not. No. You're moving to a new account. I love the idea that you have to tell people, you know, you're coming back, but you're moving to a new account, like as if you're moving homes.
And hear the tale of Norwind's greatest champion.
Hey Trigam, they putting in an Intel Pentium. No need to worry about. Yes, it's okay. You could use XCSS. Ultra performance mode. Go tell my big 20 subs. It's endearing. That's okay. I'm just I love the novelty of it. Oh, is this, No. I thought this was that Gun Fu game. That looks really interesting. That's third person. Like Devil May Cry. Terminal Brigade. Alright. Hey, it's moving fast. That's the best thing I can say about it so far. It's moving fast. I pray that it's not going to be over 2 hours. If they can get it down to an hour, hour and a half at this pace, you know, I'll be happy. I'll have good things to say. Even if the announcements are games like this. The art direction's cool. It reminds me of a Patapon, but it's like it's more action heavy. Hamster, you're excited for this? Do you have the soundtrack? I played it as a kid back in 2006. So much nostalgia. Really? I have no idea what this is. It sounds really obnoxious. Alright, Jackie, have a good one. I'm talking about the music. Is this not Neverwinter? I didn't see the title for this. What is this not Neverwinter Nights? I don't know what I just watched. I'm confused. Was that Neverwinter Nights? Was that the game you were talking about, Hamster? I didn't play Patapon as a kid, but my friend did. Okay. Well, that looked like Patapon with more action. Moomintral. Winter's warmth. I think IO Interactive said they're going to be at this show. I doubt we'll see any more gameplay of, like, James Bond. But maybe they'll talk about the PC version of Mind's Eye. Ooh. Look how much more scalable it is on console. Dungeons & Dragons game remaster that was announced before. Oh, you're talking about that one. Dude, I was like, I didn't get into PC until like 2012 when I built my first computer in 2012. That was my introduction really to PC. I had a desktop, a pre-built desktop, and I put a 9500 GT in there, and it had an AMD Athlon 64X squared or X2, whatever it is. And I was trying my best to play Crysis and Crysis Warhead on a 9500 GT and a dual-core AMD processor from 2006. Running Windows Vista. That was my experience with PCs. And then, well, okay, so if we go way back to like Windows 98, I was playing point-and-click adventure games as like an infant, you know? But I don't remember that. It's really hard for me to remember back that far. To be fair, I didn't know a thing about console games like Fatal Frame or Metal Gear back then. So it's just different experiences. That's all.
Here's all the info we dredged from their genius minds.
Did you feel I insulted your childhood? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
We had stolen tier 7 passkeys.
I'm just pessimistic about the show because of, well, the last few years. This looks good. This is the GTFO game. Or is it the new... Oh, no, this is Den of Wolves. This is their new game.
Every variable accounted for, but we fucked it up anyway.
Yeah, this looks good for what it is. I just don't have anyone else to play in co-op.
Next time, we gotta be even more...
And I doubt it would be engaging in single player. I tried Payday, Payday by itself, by myself when the game came out, and it was fine, but you tell that's not like the heart of the game. Neverwinter Nights is literally the game we wouldn't have Max Effect, Dragon Age, or Baldur's Gate 3 nowadays. And Obsidian, before making Fallout New Vegas, did Neverwinter Nights 2. Oh, they did? Neverwinter Nights got a remaster on PS4 as a physical release as well, which was pretty nice.
Some interesting elements that take you out of the brick and mortar world of Midway City, where the game takes place.
Maybe you should have, maybe...
Even though there's obviously tension as well with like stealth segments.
Maybe you should have the YouTube channel. Maybe I should be part of the audience.
Is stepping back into our Payday roots. The big difference is, of course,
I like the art style of this game, and kind of what they're going for, but because it's co-op focused, I'm just always concerned that you won't be able to enjoy it. I mean, look how cool this looks. Just worried you won't be able to enjoy it as a single player game. It's not the core of the game. That's not what it's meant for.
Not limit us creativity. So designing the Midway City from the start, we knew we wanted big mega structure buildings to actually place our levels within and be free of how big levels we want them to be. It's this very large city arising from the sea. You want to look out at the city and see like, okay, so this is a living, breathing city and it works.
I really recommend to watch Noah Caldwell Gervais' retrospective on Neverwinter Nights series. Its modules and expansions and had one of the greatest RPG storytelling in gaming. That's substantial, huh? Alright. You know what? Just because you said that, actually I have my laptop right in front of me. I'm going to make a note for myself.
Breaks the theme. With a sort of a sci-fi theme on it, it enables you to stay in the pocket of thematics and still...
Oh, Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition is, I guess, the re-release. Yeah, from June 18th, 2002.
And the sci-fi thriller theme gives us a lot of tools to play with.
The last release was the Enhanced Edition in 2018.
There's no rules, there's nothing. It's divided up into districts. There's even like
91 out of 100 on Metacritic.
So it's a very classical in a way.
Oh, there's a lot of games, huh? Yeah, it was a PC. It's basically been a PC only game franchise, which is why I never got into it from like the early 2000s. I only had a PS2 from like 2000, 2001 or whatever it was, that time period. So that's why. Like, I don't know. I was 6. No, I was 7, I'm sorry. Actually, no. 2002, I was 8. Sorry, I thought... Think about the PS2. Yeah, I was 8 years old. So I didn't know.
You need to make a dive into to extract information. We don't need a bank vault for that. It could be a suburban, gritty area.
Neverwinter Nights has been adopted by a number of educators for use in the classroom. University of Alberta's professor Mike Cabarona and colleagues made use of the Aura toolset to develop an economics game aimed at teaching the concept of fixed-price commerce, markup, supply and demand. Wow. I'm looking at the wiki right now.
Fortress in the Swiss Alps.
We could just mix a lot of different stuff.
That's crazy. All right.
Abstract place, and also with gameplay, we could go.
The last story expansion came out in 2025.
Horror theme, or
we can have sort of
so it's an ongoing game, huh?
For what the dives are, what they can be.
The heist fantasy in general maps really well to game psychology. I'm a psychology-driven game designer to a large extent because we want to motivate you to keep playing and also like what are we stealing and what's the...
I'm completely ignoring this presentation. I'm sorry. I think the game looks good from these guys. I'm hoping it's more successful for them than GTFO, because I heard GTFO kind of came out and like people played it and then it dropped off really quickly. So I'm hoping this is a better one for them. I do like the art style. I just wish that it was a more single-player focused game. Yeah, it's only on PC, Tregum. I just looked at the wiki. They're all PC releases, except I guess the enhanced versions, like you mentioned. Heck, even Baldur's Gate 3 had a teleport to Neverwinter, however it was unfortunately broken. Oh, really? I still have not played Baldur's Gate 3. I have my copy still sealed.
Basically make anything. The masks are this expression to allow them to expand the world inside of themselves. So finding designs where they don't really know where to put it, in what categories, we try to hit kind of a sweet spot there. This is gonna be a high-paced, intense, and a very fun collaborative game. Playing together with friends is a beautiful thing, right? Especially when we have these situations where shit hits the fan, we panic together and try to solve it.
So if you put 4 people in a room and they play it, and you start to hear the voices go up, and they start to be loud in the room, then you know, like, yeah, it's something, you know?
If you want to find out more about Den of Wolves, head to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist now.
Guess that's coming out. Still watching the stream. Initially, Neverwinter Nights should support save transfer from Baldur's Gate 2. Oh, really? So it was like fully... Wow. So it was like one big universe then. So do you walk around and you dance? I like how a hamster is educating all of us on this whole franchise, and we're all like discovering new information about it.
Frankie, this is my first time on the PC Gaming Show. Any advice?
It's not that hard. Just show up on time, learn your lines, and don't cross me. Don't you ever cross me, Ridley.
Get some caffeine in your blood.
Also, tea with honey.
That's my advice.
After a long day on set.
Stay awake.
Want to rehearse the next scene? It's that silly one where I'm trying to detangle a bunch of headphone cables and you learn the folly of crossing Frankie Ward. I have powerful friends and a long reach. Or you could tell us about the next part you're going to install.
Yeah, let's do that,
The
please.
GPU?
The X870E Aorus Master has a few special features to make PC building easier. My favorite is this tool-free SSD slot. Press a button and the heatsink comes away. Then push down on the latch to install your SSD. No screw required, which means no more crawling on the floor looking for said screw when you inevitably drop it. Then there's this Wi-Fi antenna. This combines standard 2 Wi-Fi connections into one easy to install or remove connector. No need to screw anything in. Lastly, if you want to disconnect your GPU, hit the button in the corner and pull it out. Job done.
We still don't know what GPU they're putting in it. It's probably gonna be a 9070. Well, no, they're putting all that. It's AMD. It's AMD sponsored, so 9070 XT, 9080.
Well, they seem happy too.
Do they have 9080s yet?
Launch is fast approaching, so here's where we're at.
Ah, it's a Prince of Persia game. I just did a reminiscing video. It's already live on well, actually no, it's not live. It's uploaded. But there's a reminiscing on a Prince of Persia game coming out in the next couple weeks. Dragon, I forced myself to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 on PS4. And I also bought Neverwinter Nights Enhanced and Icewind Dale and Planescape Torment Enhanced before that. And I hated it! When I first saw Dragon Age Origins as a kid, my first thought was it was Neverwinter Nights 3. I never got into the Dragon Age franchise until later with Inquisition, which is funny because due to the failings of Veilguard, a lot of people now view Inquisition a lot more favorably.
You have the opportunity to save your kingdom as the worthy Prince of Persia.
Hey, Gothic is getting a remake. I never played the original, but they're remaking the first Gothic.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. We were the conductors of the train, tirelessly serving our passengers with kindness and respect.
Excuse me, this is a conductor-only residence. Please back away from the door. Hey, what's up?
What is this?
Listen up, scumbags. You rats will never get me out of this control room. You understand me? Never.
Car key. Bro, let's just flush him out. I'm tired. Do it. Run. Move, move, move.
Hull compromised. Please evacuate the train.
Those ungrateful mother...
Bro, we can literally intercept the conductor, steal all his shit, and extract. Let's go, 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 go.
Was that the pyro cynical voice actor? Voice actor? I don't know. I guess this is multiplayer, co-op. Looks good though. So there's different parts of the train, engine fall. That's an interesting concept. So it's this large train, and there's different rooms and parts, and you have to like get out or disable certain parts of the train.
Founder Access is the first public step in creating a visionary sci-fi survival experience.
We heard about this already during the Summer Games Fest or whatever it was. Future Game Show. This looked interesting, but it's still an MMO.
Foothold in this hostile world. You can build rudimentary structures, improved ships, components, and more. You'll begin to discover details about the universe and the ancient civilizations whose remnants still roam the skies. Everything requires fuel to operate, and good resource management is crucial to survival.
What do I feel like for lunch?
Brood is necessary to build formidable ships, advanced structures, and even stargates, reconnecting the vast universe. Smart structures are highly customizable and open the possibility for emergent gameplay only bound by your creativity. Founders have already created custom tournaments, specialized trading hubs, advanced security systems, and more. Are you ready to lose yourself on the frontier?
Wow, I knew space was dark, but that was dark. CCP really knows how to make the destruction of the universe
I'm in
look
space.
kind of beautiful. I'm honestly looking forward to being
I'm in space.
ambushed in the depths of space in Eve Frontier.
But if you're like me and the thought of being caught off guard is a no-no, just head over to the PC Gaming Show Steam page and you'll find every single game we're showing today in one convenient spot ready to be wishlisted.
I'm just gonna get a sandwich from somewhere.
Absolutely. And now here's a look.
There's this Italian deli down the road.
Publisher Astrological.
I'll pick up a sandwich like from there later.
I'd say the days are blurring together. But what days? As for the isolation, I'm an introvert. Suits me. The contracts just keep on coming. 2 more rigs to construct. That will put me short in power. Gonna need more hydrogen generators. Good news is, I've managed to synthesize 334 liters of water in the last 24 hours. Now they want 200 liters of ammonium hydroxide. Rewards are good though. On completion, we'll finally acquire an electrolytic producer. And with all that methane and level 2...
I'm too stupid to play these games. I'm not smart enough for these.
No one really knows what's down there.
My brain doesn't work when it comes to the puzzles. It reminds me of a bit of a movie Oblivion. The tower, like suspended in air.
Manufacturing factory number 1.
You know, I was thinking to myself, because my birthday is coming up on Saturday next week. It's upcoming Saturday. And usually I do like live streams, or I haven't done it for a couple years now, but I used to do live streams on my birthday and also Christmas. And I was thinking to myself, well, even if I did a live stream this year, what would I cover? And I was thinking to myself, you know what might be really fun to do? And I'm not saying I'm going to do it this year, but I think eventually, you know, I'd be open to doing it, at least often, was doing sort of like a play anything live stream. Like, instead of me choosing the game, it's the games you guys want to see me try out. And it could be anything from the most obscure stuff, like what you're seeing on screen, to like Call of Duty or like the most AAA things. And we just sort of play it by ear. And maybe it's like a 4 to 5 hour stream where it's literally your opportunity to suggest me to play anything that you want me to try out. Because there's a lot of people, you know, I know watching these conferences and stuff, a lot of people are very excited about the prospect of a lot of these indie games. So, but I usually don't play them, at least frequently enough, where I'll try out a couple. But it might be an opportunity to try out some more games and to kind of give my thoughts, and maybe something will click. ADHD gaming. I know. Would you guys be interested in that? Is there any like games that you'd be like, oh, I wish Cameron played this, or it'd be interesting to see what he thinks about this? Sounds like a cool concept, but I fear 5 hours would be too short for multiple games. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, depending on how many games there would be. I mean, 5 hours is a long time, but when you're playing a game, you know, even if I try to do it fairly, I mean, some games I'm sure I'm just not going to click with, but then there might be some other games that are really addicting. Yeah, it needs some thought, but I'm thinking that maybe for like those type of streams, like if it's like my birthday, as well as like usually I also did like a Christmas holiday or like New Year's stream, like a New Year's stream. Maybe during those live streams, it might be an opportunity to test out some other smaller games that you guys would be interested in having me play. Just putting it out there. Again, nothing scheduled yet. I've never played System Shock. I have the remake, but I have not played the original. I tried System Shock 2 way back. And I think perhaps I didn't have enough patience to play it because it was older. But I know that they're remastering System Shock 2 this year as well. Wasn't the 25th anniversary basically that? So, yes and no for System Shock. No to the first one, but I have the remake. Yes to the second one, but it was so long ago that I couldn't tell you anything about it. Guess that's off. I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot again. Although I'm going to be playing the remake, you know, eventually. So probably not the remake. But if you wanted me to try out like System Shock 2 or whatever, like something like that would be perfect for like one of those live streams. But that's what I'm talking about. Having a conversation like this where it's just like, all right, give me a game. Give me a game to try out. And it's like, oh, so-and-so, try out this one. Go on Steam. Oh, it's $5. Oh, it's $10. Hopefully. I don't want to spend like hundreds of dollars over the course of a stream day and then like not finish the games. But something like that, where it'd be like, maybe you guys give me the games ahead of time. And we sort of do that, and it's based off of, I guess, how long I'm having fun with it. it depends whether or not we continue to stream it. I don't know. Just a thought. I thought it would be more interesting if that was the case compared to me normally just saying, "Hey, it's my birthday. Watch me play this game I'm currently playing right now." Could be anything.
Maybe it's time to consider the easy way out.
Oh, the altars. I tried the demo for this game. This game is phenomenal. Really good. Like, I was shocked. I'm like, it looks phenomenal, and it's got a really interesting, like, setup and premise. This game has a demo right now. Go and play it. Even on console, it has a demo. It quite surprised me. I'm looking forward to it. You should play System Shock 2 before the first game, so it's probably best to wait until after you played the remake and the enhanced of the second one is out. You shouldn't play System Shock 2 before the first game. Okay. I read that wrong. So I mean, that's probably what I would do anyway. I don't know if I'm planning to really purchase the second game remastered. Maybe I will. I was kind of hoping that they would remake the second game as well. Maybe in time they will. I don't know. But I was really happy that they decided to do that remake for System Shock Night Dive. Yeah, this is a good game. The Altars.
This is Pathfinder, Abomination Vaults. A hack-and-slash dungeon crawl where up to 4 players battle through a single massive labyrinth filled to the brim with monsters, treasure, and secrets. Customize each hero between 3 paths inspired by 2nd edition Pathfinder, or mix and match to craft the perfect hybrid. Whether adventuring solo or with friends, switch between the party's heroes on the fly to unleash almighty combo attacks to annihilate the forces of darkness. Deep below the surface, the dark sorceress Belcora Haruvex gathers her power. Are you foolhardy enough to delve into the shadowy depths of the Abomination Vaults?
It's been 40 minutes so far. A and D. A and D.
Still taking up of a double life. Torn between one endeavor and another. 2 sides of the same precious coin. In one life, you brave dangers, while in the other, you put your skills and hustle to the test to grow your store.
I have to get all the release dates for all these games that were announced this year at this Summer Games thing and add them to my list. I'm going to rewatch a lot of these trailers as well.
That answer lies within you, little merchant.
Computers aren't the only thing we build here at our hardware workshop. While Frankie and Jacob are working on the rig, Mika and I have been preparing some more elegant equipment for fieldwork. Spy gadgets. See here. This might appear to be a standard ATX full-tower personal gaming computer. In actuality, every component is...
In actuality, it's an air conditioner.
Take, for instance, this CPU fan. In reality, Ninja Star.
Huh, that did a real number when we tried it on an intern. Well, moving on, we have our range of hidden tasers. To the untrained eye, a coffee mug.
Yeah.
In reality, a taser. Ooh, or how about this? To the untrained derriere, a roll of toilet paper. But in actuality, you guessed it, it's a taser.
Hey, what about this? Is this like a hidden listening device, USB, or is it maybe a spy?
People actually might buy that.
That is, of course, also a taser.
I think people would be interested in toilet paper. They should sell that.
For now, let's check out our next exciting world premiere.
Sharks with freaking laser beams. It's like a seal, actually. What is this? Barno? Wait, huh? Wait, Bard Rama. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Your safety is your own responsibility. Sharing a roof with someone, make sure they're humans. Check their eyes and teeth. An overlooked visitor will kill you.
Oh, by the way, if you guys see an option that says goal or fund or anything like that, I think it says goal right here. Like, if there's a donate option, please ignore it. I'm not setting that up. Well, I accidentally clicked the pop-up when it came up on stream. I was trying to go live, and I had this pop-up saying, do you want to enable goals and fan funding and stuff? And I guess I was clicking too fast, and I clicked on it, so please save your money and don't, you don't have to donate anything. The stream's monetized. In fact, it'll probably get unmonetized when it goes live because of all the music and the trailers and stuff, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's not my job, so please don't feel weird or obligated about that. It was an accident, and I don't know where the option is to take it off. I'm looking at my stream settings right now. Do not see anything there.
Your team to victory in stockpile and try to be the last bot standing in sumo. It's even got physics-based power-ups like sticky bombs, balloons that work on anything, and grappling hooks to swing the match in your favor. You can play both online and split screen at the same time. And you can
Don't know what to do. I'll look into it after. At least it's the last stream of the whole thing, so I'll take care of it before I stream next time. I guess the next streams after this are the Future Game Show thing in August, and isn't that around Gamescom as well? And then PlayStation is apparently going to have a showcase around that time too. That's what people are saying now.
Coming up in the show.
Ooh, what's this? No More Room in Hell 2. I'm not familiar with this. New map. Oh, okay. Was it a co-op zombie shooter? Interesting. forever.
What an amazing collection of games we've already seen. Mika, we are really turning up the heat this year.
We sure are.
Mika, what is that?
Oh, it's thermal paste.
Oh, wait, let me guess. It doubles as like a plastic explosive, or maybe it's a potent tranquilizing gas, or is that just like another taser?
No, it's literally just thermal paste. You know, it transfers the heat from your CPU to your heat sinks to avoid overheating.
Why do they have to educate people? Who is watching this conference that doesn't...
You can't eat thermal paste.
Of course you can, especially not with milk.
Okay, let's check in on that build again.
Who's watching these conferences that knows nothing about computers? Like, why even feel the need to educate people on what it does?
But I'm certainly going to try.
Before we get ahead of ourselves, what kind of CPU is this puppy working with?
It's with no small amount of envy that I say this. We're equipping the rig with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950X.
You already said that.
Put simply, this is
Where's the GPU?
For consumer CPU money can buy. It contains the best parts of every processor ever made. The power of a 16-core monster for tough jobs, check. Lots of second-gen AMD 3D V-Cache tech, check. This beast can work as hard as it plays, and it plays in a completely different league. It's the best processor in the world for gamers and creators, for gaming and for everything else. It's a beauty. If I wasn't putting it in the rig, I'd be tempted to walk out of here with it myself.
That's an ugly case, I'm sorry. It might have exceptional airflow, but it's hideous.
Indeed. So, Plasma Globe?
Plasma Globe.
Looks like things are coming along perfectly with the rig.
They want to convert all PC-curious console users. They're not watching this presentation, I promise you. They are not watching this presentation. The people who are just like, I feel intimidated by Windows and software, but... You're not one of them, are you, Tragan? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're watching it because I'm here, which is very sweet and endearing, and I really appreciate that. But I don't think if I wasn't streaming, I don't know if you'd be watching this. You don't feel intimidated by Windows? Microsoft does. I promise. You're here for kind of the same reason?
Is it ready for the return of a mandrake?
I just wish that I was more engaged. I feel so awful. I'm like sitting here just like I'm looking at people explore caves and forests, and I think that's great, and I think it's awesome, and I'm so happy for these people that they get to make what the game that they want to make. I think that's fantastic. I'm just for the things that I'm interested in. It's just like I think my expectations. I gotta get used to the fact that the PC gaming show is completely changed. As I said last year, I went to the very first ever PC gaming show. I went there in person, and it was a great event. It was focused on the PC versions of the large games, with a focus on indies as well, and smaller games and AA's. And it was all about, here's all the effort we're putting into the PC version. And it was big heavy hitters like IO Interactive's Hitman at the time and Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and you got to see actual like footage on their game engine and all the new advanced feature sets that they're bringing to PC. And I was like, oh, this is an interesting, really good show, because you get to hear about all these exclusive versions, see more gameplay and all this stuff too. But it's changed, like, after 2018, 2019, like, you had a first couple years where it was like that, and then it's just completely changed to basically an indie showcase, which kind of is what the Future Games Show is. It's indies and AA's, and that's kind of what the PC Gaming Show is doing too. It's just that it's you get with it the added skits and forced humor from an arguably less interesting host and hostess. In fact, when I went to the PC gaming show, I also got to play the games too. I got to play Fable Legends at the PC gaming show, the first one, which is canceled. It will never come out ever. But there were like demos of these games there that you got to play in person.
And its sacred directive, the preservation and propagation of the human species. After global
You know what I'm thinking about as well? Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital doesn't have a conference this year. So Ubisoft and Devolver completely skipped out on their Summer Games events. And that's shocking to me because every single year, like Devolver has been doing those massive skits every single year. And that's completely, I guess they're just not doing it. Maybe they don't have a lot of announcements to show this year, or maybe they're just like spending all this money for little return. This looks good though, what they're showing here. I like the art direction. And then Ubisoft, as we were talking about, is in the gutter right now, desperately trying to stay afloat.
You're the only one who can safeguard the future of humanity in The Last Caretaker. So, you know, no pressure or anything. Hey, Sean, what was that?
I am so sorry. I may have eaten a light snack that just didn't really agree with me.
Wait a second.
Well, I'm glad that you got to eat before I did.
Computer hummus.
No, that's definitely a train.
Maybe they're waiting for Gamescom because they want to be the big thing everybody talks around Gamescom, especially Ubisoft. It's just, it would be weird because they have never done that before. Yeah, it would be weird if that's the case. I mean, even Sony just did a state of play, so Sony arguably is in that same position. As at least they had something, but everyone was like, where's the showcase? And they decided to have a smaller state of play, which I thought was still engaging and still had good announcements and stuff, but it wasn't anything shocking. Cool visual style. Build your massive train. Look at that. That could be fun. Railborn. That looks interesting. Keep building parts to your train as you're going through different environments. From Sunken Ruins. I gotta pee. Give me 1 second.
Prospector, Norex would like to offer you an opportunity. We have some dirty work we need you to take care of. At your own risk, of course. Keep your mouth shut and you'll be rewarded.
Alright, what did I miss? Nothing? Okay. Icarus, Great Hunts. Oh, look at this. Garbage Country. Okay. Nice title.
So you're good at building PCs, but can you build other things? Like a car?
No, Frankie. I can't build a car.
What about like a winching system to pull something?
You know, I met people like that who are like, "Oh, you build computers? Like you're so technical. Like you must know. You must be a really smart person." And it's just like, I think a lot of people think or don't realize that it's basically like Legos. All the parts on the motherboard are laid out. Like it shows you exactly what to do and where to plug things into.
Just check out this RAM.
You know.
Install these before you start shopping for a new car.
Oh, that's the Corsair Dominator Titanium DDR5. This kit is perfect for building an all AMD Ryzen build at 6,000 mega transfers a second and with
Expensive Legos, yes.
something special here.
But it's like if you never built a computer before, everything's literally labeled on the motherboard. You plug SATA into the SATA port, or you know, you'll have like your I/O thing, that the buttons on your actual case, so it'll say plug it into the I/O section on the motherboard, and it's labeled I/O, so you just plug it in.
Anyone looking to frag draw cards, explore endless dungeons, or simply stream with friends. But while you're out there updating your part picker list, why not?
The only thing you gotta be careful for is like they talk about RAM right here, putting the RAM in the right slots for dual channel. That's important.
World changed in the blink of an eye.
And then making sure that you're using your GPUs in PCI Express slot that's full bandwidth.
We found it abandoned, all in ruins. Now we have to find out what happened and rebuild what's left. As we make the most of the little space the tree afford.
All right, we're coming up on an hour for this presentation.
Not an ordinary mist that we knew.
I read somewhere that they have 70 game announcements at this.
Kind of fear.
It's just nuts.
And yet, if we want to survive in the new conditions, we must not only fight the fog.
It's a great thing that a lot of these smaller games, though, are getting a showcase or getting an opportunity to show, you know, their games to everybody. Because it is sad that a lot of these games fly under the radar of a lot of people. They get no visibility. They don't have the money to market it and put it up, you know, you know, right in your face on the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Marketplace or whatever. So, like, it's important that these even exist. You know, just for clarity and stuff. Oh, this looks good. Oh, it's interesting.
Coming up in the show.
Oh, that's freaky. Whoa. Coming soon. Do we have commercial break now? Is this cable television? Previously on the PC Gaming Show.
Your cult is waiting for prophets to lead them. Convert the feeble-minded. Learn the occult. Spread the mighty one's influence. Find power in the god of your choice to bring the unseen depths to the mortal world. Now go. Vanquish the opposition. Burn the non-believers. Indoctrinate the uncivilized. And survive the horrors. Grow in power
Oh, you know what's coming in the mail tomorrow? I got a physical copy of Pentiment, Obsidian's RPG thing from a couple of years ago, and that was one of those physical discs that was kind of like sort of exclusive, like low production, like it's really kind of expensive. Well, I guess there was another quick stock run, and I ordered it. So it's supposed to be coming in mail tomorrow. I'm gonna be checking that one out. Pentiment. I heard good things about that. Now the big thing apparently is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is like sold out everywhere. And like I've been not wanting to buy the game. Like I really want to play it, right? But I don't want to. I was gonna wait until it like is cheaper. There's no reason for me to pay full price for it if I'm not gonna play it right away. And I'm not doing an unboxing video, but it's like at this point, I know they said, I think the developer said they were making some more stock, but it seems to get like sold out very, very quickly. So I have to keep an eye out for that. But it's weird. It's weird that some of these games have physical releases and then they're just like massive successes.
In an attaché case full of throwing knives and tear gas canisters, the latest intel on Bond. James Bond.
Oh, you are going to show us James Bond. I'm surprised. Okay, are they actually going to show us some more gameplay? I'd be shocked. Or at least talk about the PC version. That's not good. I was planning to get the disc later too, or two, but later. Yeah. Yeah, no, Expedition 33 is like sold out everywhere. They have a collector's edition and a deluxe edition releasing at the end of this year. It's already sold out at GameStop. And it's a GameStop exclusive. So it's just like, it sucks. So it's unfortunate, but it might be one of those cases where if you see the game, just bite the bullet and get it, because you might not be able to.
Of this game in gaming. The colleagues that we have here are phenomenal, and I think taking all of their experience from the sort of agent fantasy that they've been building for all these years and applying it to the Bond franchise has been incredible to see and to be a part of. We're making a standalone James Bond game, but there are characters and locations that I think are going to make the fans of the novels and the fans of the movies and the cinematic history really smile. In any kind of IP where there's some known aspects of the character, you can initially view these as constraints, but really they're strengths, because we get to work with all these amazing partners. Aston Martin and Land Rover, collaborations with Omega, and all of these things lends itself a sense of credibility to the player that this is a real James Bond experience.
This is good. It actually is good that it's coming out now, because it's right in between, you know, the end of Craig's era and whatever they're going to do for the next James Bond. So this will hold you over.
The most special thing about our version of Bond is that it's an IO reimagination of the origin of Bond himself, and it allows us to really dive in and learn about what it takes to enter this world of espionage.
It was very important to us from early on that we didn't want to synthesize Bond. We didn't want to go in and cherry pick qualities from different aspects of stories or whatever. We wanted to make something that was fully original. So he's young. He's someone who doesn't yet know all the things we know about James Bond. He has all the core qualities. So he is irreverent. He's inherently charming. He's funny, but he's not yet cold. He's not callous. He's a more energetic. He has that impatience of youth built into him.
Somewhere in between.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Naive, not yet worn down, principled young man, and then that journey onto this hard-hitting, colder guy that we might recognize. That space there was really inspiring to us.
He is very true to his North Star and his values. And the story is very much about when you meet the harsh, political, dangerous world out there, how does a young man fare while still retaining his values?
Not only will we get to experience the character changes and the lessons he needs to learn, but also how he gets his famed gear.
The world is a big part of how you solve the problems as you get to them. Using the environment and weapons and charm, and obviously gadgets is a huge part of that. We have a lot of the gadgets you'd expect, and then quite a few you wouldn't.
maybe like the the floating briefcase in Hitman. You could throw it at someone and it just loops and loops and tracks people.
A really core aspect of this game is what we call creative approach. And it has to do with standing outside a lavish location. We're going to give you an objective in here. You need to be able to do that in a bunch of different ways. But the biggest difference is that you need a lot of patience to play Hitman. You need to be sitting there seeing the patrol. He goes over there and he likes wine and you overhear that thing. But Bond, he can also just walk through the front door. I'm actually just going to go and talk to them. I'm just going to go punch him right now. If you're Bond that wants to crouch along, you know, the covers and be careful and all that stuff, that's your Bond and that's fine. But we've crafted a game that has a lot more forward momentum.
Spycraft is part of our DNA. However, in terms of Bond, there are two key differences.
The agent we were working with before, he is an empty shell, right? He's a chameleon, whereas just Bond is very much a personality.
A big part of the fun of playing the game is to see what he'll say. Because he always has something great to say that you wouldn't have thought of. His quick wit and talking your way into and out of trouble is a big part of the core loop as well.
If Hitman is a single-minded killer, and basically the bad guy of the game, Bond is the hero. And that means that we are much more focused on his journey as a character, and we are much more focused on saving the world.
I think it's safe to say that we're dialing the action to 12 on this one.
Nice.
We wanted physical Bond. We wanted fighting to be visceral and brutal and violent and super fun and exciting. So we've spent a great amount of energy on making a system of free-flow combat where you're fighting multiple opponents at once. You can grab them and punch them and throw them into each other, use the environment.
We really did strides and upping the dynamism, the kinetic feel of the combat, be that the melee combat and the shooting and the seamless in and out between that. It's very, very exciting. We as a studio and as a team have evolved a lot to do top class action, spectacle moments and spectacle situations, all interactive. The situations you get into are absolutely wild. It's because that's the 360 experience that our fans deserve and expect from a Bond experience.
And we've really pushed our engine to sort of bring on this higher level of spectacle and fidelity to the game.
This production has pushed our internal tech beyond, like miles ahead of what we were able to do before.
Depicting these beautiful different cities and locations, exotic types of vehicles, not just normal vehicles. So we take everything we know, but also evolving with technology to deliver an experience that is more advanced than we've ever done before.
It looks awesome, man. It really does.
Action adventure story.
And I'm glad that they're, you know, they're basically giving you the agency to play how you want. So you still get that from Hitman, and that's why they're so perfect for the game. You still get that from Hitman. You can play in a more slower, deliberate way.
This is the combination of all that.
You know, or you can just go up and it sounds to me that they've completely refined their combat system. They have hand-to-hand, they got gunplay now, and it all needs to feel good. So I'm quite, yeah. It just looks fantastic. It's also coming to Switch 2, I just saw down there. Did we know about that previously? I guess we would have, but interesting. Another platformer shooter here. You are the president. Oh, this is strange. Goblin America. That's a very interesting, strange game.
When the world ended, we shielded our city. Safe but trapped, we endured. Until now, until you, time traveler,
Only you can shatter our chains, guide our armies, defend our kingdom, repel the evil hordes. Rebuild what the enemy shattered and restore the might of our city. The lands of Bastion still whisper secrets, relics of power waiting to be claimed. Together, you are legions. Not even the hordes of the Unraveler shall halt your advance. Your strength will never cease to grow. Once banished, you will break us free.
Ever Siege. Top-down game. Maybe like Diablo or something like that. Path of Exile, maybe. Big face. Oh, weird. It has like this like filter over it, as if it's like recorded with an old camera. That's strange. Heavy vignetting.
Good work. Head back to the van. Head back to the van.
Another interesting shooter.
As you can see, we are running a fine-tuned engine of gaming goodness. Oh, speaking of, Sean, what's going on with the rig?
Let's find out. Frankie, Jacob, status report?
We're doing great down here.
We're still looking for the GPU. We've seen to misplaced it.
X870E motherboard. It's got a suite of features for reliable overclocking and memory performance, and its built-in thermal armor and heat sinks will keep our Ryzen X3D rig running great without running hot. And of course, our GPU, a Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 XT.
It's a 9070, which is what Jacob has in his computer. It's what I'm streaming this off of.
Competitive 4K performance.
It's not, well,
And for those of you who want
you
to
could do 4K, but it's more 1440p card.
A what?
A montage.
Oh, a montage. Right. Great idea, Frankie.
Freeze frame high five?
Freeze frame what?
Not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the rig booting, but oh, perfect. In the meantime, here's some new tech for you, or should I say, some new Terra tech.
Damn. It's a lot of enemies. Legion. Or Terra Tech Legion. Okay. Picnic Simulator. Touch Grass, the video game. Responsibilities. Is this like a Sims competitor? It'd actually be a good time for someone to make a Sims competitor, because Sims... It's been like Sims 4 for like 10 years now. Paralives. Yeah, it looks like a Sims competitor. That could be interesting, especially if they get like the emotions really right. Ugh. And yeah, give you a lot of granularity when it comes to like building your home. That looks interesting. What is this? Is it the Forest 3? It's another Forest game with happy music and a different art direction. A Sims competitor by an indie studio is crazy. Mine as well. I mean, there's like nothing besides The Sims, really, when you think about it. And that's people have been wanting. Like, EA's not doing anything with Sims, so you might as well.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Don't mind me, I have got a special friend stopping by, but don't tell the folks upstairs. It's a surprise, you see. When you see them, just let them know that they can add any of today's exciting games to their wish list. Follow the link below to see all the goodies in today's show. And in the meantime, let's see what our friends over at Rogue...
You know what I'm starting to... Look at the art direction, or look at the set that she's in. Are they teasing something for Firebreak? FBC Firebreak, which is Remedy's Control online shooter. I just realized that she was like... I was looking at the chair, and I'm like, oh... That's a very... It kind of looks like it's set in the Control universe, like she's in one of the office complexes. Maybe that might be the last thing that they show. Is FBC Firebreak. Ugh. My ears are starting to hurt from wearing these headphones too long. Not used to wearing your headphones anymore.
Todos precisam saber sobre o que de fato aconteceu em Canudos.
Eles moveram mundos para acabar com o nosso lar. Perdemos, mas resistimos, como Mandacaru, no meio da grande seca.
We're approaching an hour and a half here for this conference. Are they going to go to 2? They're going to go to 2, aren't they? Hell Clock. What the hell is this? This is what we saw earlier. This guy's huge!
And worst of all, you've tried to flee.
The cat felt annoyed. He took the cat! What is this? Dude, this is nuts. This is disturbing. Millet Cyanur. That's the most strange thing I've seen so far. This is how policeman... Wait. This is how policeman was called in USSR. Okay. But what, like... So it's like a survival... I guess it's a... You're trying to get out of the city, and there's some giant person. Maybe the game's a political statement. It's a metaphor. Looks crazy.
heart is through its stomach.
Hey, let's check in on how things are progressing with
The rig.
Sure there are no saboteurs in the mix. Hey, Mika, how are the kids looking down there?
Oh, it's not looking great. They're hooking up a. Oh my God, they're hooking up the PC to a printer.
No, printer, it's too dangerous. I
know.
told them the rig is way too valuable to be anywhere near a printer.
I know.
We have to stop them.
No. It's too late because they're downloading a driver.
Oh,
wait.
God, why?
Maybe it's a no.
Metaphor to the fear of the Eastern European kids.
Oh no, he's sobbing. And now he's cursing God. I can, yeah. Ooh.
She has a PC behind her. She had a PC Gamer magazine with Control on the cover. And he is James Bond. The world is not enough, and they already showed James Bond. So I bet Control is coming up, FPC.
Take back the post-apocalypse from hordes of mutants and co-op roguelite Guntouchables.
I bet that's what they're doing. That's like probably their last game.
This tape, it means the world has ended.
Welcome to Guntouchables. It's not a game, it's a state of mind. It's about having such a cool gun, you're untouchable. That's why they call it
The bullet hell shooter.
Collect crates in the wasteland to help you kick more ass. But your enemies are getting upgraded too, and that's where things heat up. So get ready to blow stuff up, and smack stuff with a shovel, and shred stuff with a bone saw, and snipe stuff. Survival is about sticking together. It's about getting badass guns and even more badasser upgrades. It's about killing whatever this thing is. Because here in the apocalypse, you're up against a million maniacal mutants that want nothing more than to pound you into hamburger meat. There's only one way to survive, and that's to become Guntouchable. Coming to early access on June 17th.
That's really interesting. Fast-paced shooter. Oh my god. This game's trippy. Ultra Kill Layer 8 fraud. Okay. It might be hard to explain here in chat, but this game has a quite easily readable metaphor of messages for those who grew up in post-Soviet countries. Oh, that other game? I'm risking to turn it into another history lesson, just like with Neverwinter Nights. So I hope the final game will be self-explanatory enough. Okay. I mean, I definitely got that vibe when I was watching it. So I assume, like, you seem to know about it, so that wasn't the first time it was revealed. Or I guess you've been kept up to date with it. It certainly looks interesting. I mean, that's the main draw for me. It just looks interesting. Keep building. Stario, Haven Tower. Recommended specs, GTX 580. 5080. 580. It's a long time ago. Oh wait, this is that game that we heard about before. The funny. I'm actually interested in this. This looks good.
Today's Friday. I know.
Dispatch. Oh, the demo's out today. Okay. I remember hearing about that. The dialogue seemed really, really interesting. Ultra Peak mentioned from the first man, Adam. Oh, we knew about this already too. This bike game. Wow. We heard about this like last year. So this still isn't out yet. What the fuck? The weirdest designs. This could be fun and chill. I guess whatever Ultra Peak was, it brought in a little spike in the Steam, the stream viewers.
Wheel World is a rare kind of game that leaves you asking the important.
I played the demo of that game. It's awesome. Oh, awesome.
Shaped like hot dogs.
We can only hope the answer reveals itself.
I thought it was out already. But I played. It kind of reminds me of that. Here we go. I knew that this was coming up. I mean, they're look at the place that they're sitting in.
It looks like Frankie met up with the Bureau.
Again, I hope this game does well, Firebreak, because I wanted to pay for all the Remedy single-player games. So if this game does well, and it's coming out very soon, it should secure Remedy in a good spot for the development of Control 2 and whatever else they want to do next.
I'll be frank with you. This ain't an easy shift, but at least you won't be alone. Your fellow Firebreak.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays from a shooter perspective, since Remedy hasn't done an FPS before. So it'll be interesting to see whether the game's really responsive or, you know, just how it feels. I would like to play Firebreak, but I don't know with whom to play because minimum 3 players. Yeah, like I can't, like I'm not playing the game because I don't have people to really play it with. And even if I did, time and also I just rather play, like with the limited time I have, I'd rather play single player games. It's just the truth. But I still hope it does well. It looks fantastic for what it is.
That's the job. Sounds simple enough.
It's in next week or the week after.
Waiver here with your name on it.
That trailer was absolutely.
Oh, they got one of the devs here, huh?
Student days. It might have been the poster notes, the traffic lights, and the slight feeling of regret in the shower. What have we signed up to? Mike Kayata, you're the game director of FBC Firebreak from Remedy Games. Thank you so much for joining us. What have we signed up to here?
Yeah, lots. So that was our big launch trailer. We're coming out.
Back 4 Blood was a blast for solo play with all the DLCs. I just hope more co-op games were single player friendly. I agree there. I thought Back 4 Blood was. I had no problem enjoying that game by myself, and it felt great to play. The AI didn't get in the way.
2019, and we're revisiting
Yeah.
that world in.
Who knows? Maybe in Firebreak they'll like patch it out eventually. You know, where they'll give you bots or an option to go in by yourself. Maybe in time they'll do that.
Definitely something we thought about a lot, and one of the reasons why we shifted into a first-person perspective, so you could kind of go back into the oldest house and see it from fresh eyes in a different way.
I mean, you did have a lot of fun in Control, and also we're in first person this time, so
Yeah, so of course very different, and I think as anyone can tell from that.
I literally put almost 100 hours into both Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 solo because of custom campaigns and Steam Workshop. Yeah.
It was very moody and atmospheric and very like horror tinged, but of course it did always have that little edge of.
Yeah, co-op to me is just. It doesn't appeal to me. In fact, I prefer competitive over co-op. I just don't care. I don't think people work well together. I think like you need to really like trust people and coordinate with them really well, and most people are not trustworthy and don't listen. And so co-op is just like one of those things where it's almost like a shit fest as soon as you start playing. So for me, it's like I'd rather play by myself or play competitively, where you don't have to worry about working together with other people.
Which was to us very, very funny, but that character completely terrifying.
And Sticky Ricky is joining us today.
Yes.
He's just getting himself together, and maybe he'll answer a few of my questions. Say I don't necessarily have 3 straight-up fraggers.
I like his duck shirt.
that we can adopt in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So the game is kind of built around a trifecta of kind of saved loadouts that are centered around tools. We call these crisis kits, and each one was developed with a different playstyle in mind. So we have one that kind of shoots these gigantic like liquid globules you saw in the trailer, and this is for the person we always just imagine almost like Scarface, like I don't really care, I just kind of want to paint the world with something. And then we have another one which is a tool that kind of looks like a pogo stick mixed with a defibrillator, and you might be surprised, but we always have this as like a precision and tactical instrument, just because you can kind of relocate yourself and move around easily. And then we have the last really complex tool, which is literally just a wrench. It's just a wrench. It's a gigantic piece of steel. So we made a lot of active decisions to try to get people right into the gameplay. So that's at the cost of some direct storytelling, but we haven't scrimped any on the world building and the big narrative. And
oh, you can like, oh, that's cool. And put turrets up and stuff with spare parts.
Narrative games, so much imagination, atmosphere, obviously Alan Wake, obviously Control.
Sure.
So this feels like a new departure for you guys moving into this space. So why?
Yeah. And to be clear, it's fundamentally different. You shouldn't go into this game whatsoever expecting those type of experiences, which, by the way, I personally adore. I started Remedy as a massive fan of Remedy, so this isn't a pushback on that type of experience. But the thing is that we, as soon as we started making more than one game at the same time, we just wanted to say, hey, is there a way to kind of like open the doors? If you are a huge Control head and you know all of the lore and you really love it, and you can't convince your friends to try this game
I still think
you want to give that kind of step in. So even though it's not,
that's a good point as well. You know, there are people, like, I know people as well, like Jacob has still not played Control, despite me telling him, you gotta play it, you gotta play it, you gotta play it. He still has not played it, but this is a game where I can see that he would give it a shot, because if he gets, like, 2 other people, and he has plenty of people to play with, basically 99% of his gaming time is spent playing online with other people. So this is a way to get him introduced into that world, into Remedy's games, and again, it can hopefully be financially positive for Remedy so they can release DLCs and then fund the single player stuff.
I'm just pitching, it's a stapler, like opened out, and it just...
Okay, I have news for you. There is a stapler in the game.
I'm a genius.
So in the game, actually in that trailer, you probably saw that big traffic light. That's actually called the red light. It's an altered item you may have seen in Control. It's now corrupted by
I remember that thing.
In certain settings, it can show up.
If you you had to stop when the red light came up, or else you got killed.
There's another one, which is a stapler, which if you are a super Control nerd, you might remember from some of the posters in the oldest house. Is that a stapler or an altered item? And then you see a nice little clip art of a stapler. Well, that stapler actually shows up, and it kind of behaves like a fly. It sort of like buzzes around your face and gives all the enemies a lot of additional health. So yeah, there you go.
Where can we sign up?
Yeah, lots of ways to play this game. Of course, we're on all the major consoles, on Epic Game Store, or you can head over to Steam, where you can wishlist the game today.
It's also very, very, very smart, and I know it hurt them with Alan Wake 2. It's very smart that they're launching on Steam, because for both Control and Alan Wake 2, they launched only on Epic Game Store, and it was like a year or 2 before they came over to Steam. I think Alan Wake 2 is still not on Steam, and there are like I said it earlier, there are people who just are so vehement against anything that isn't Steam. So, it's good that they're launching on Steam. They're not going to make that same mistake twice. Actually, a 3rd time, now that I think about it. Alright, so we're over an hour and a half here. We got... Yeah, this is going to be a 2-hour conference. So far, it's not, I'm pushing the thing out of the headphones, so sorry if you heard that, but so far it's this show isn't as bad as last year, but it's still, in my opinion, the least interesting of all the presentations. It's not a mistake, Alan Wake is literally published by Epic Games itself. Of course, it's Epic Games. Oh, I thought, it was 505, but no, that was Control. So you're saying Alan Wake will never come to Steam then? They didn't go with 505 again. Oh. Wow, so Alan Wake 2 is perpetually stuck on Epic because Epic... That's bizarre. I wonder why they went with that. I wonder if 505... I mean... I wonder why they wouldn't just go with 505 again. Alan Wake Remastered is stuck as well. I have, I guess I have the first Alan Wake on PC then, not the remaster. It's just the basic version. Dude, that sucks. There's a lot of people who just won't play the game. That hurt him a lot.
Nothing up there.
Look what's up there, though.
Nothing.
There's a tower.
Yeah, that's it.
When you get to the top of the tower, what's there?
Here's this game again.
Top of a tower.
Baby steps.
There we go.
This is gonna be crazy. Dude, look at the physics with this. He's just like one of those, like, it's like he's made of air or something. Demo's on Steam now, huh? Same thing goes for Origin and Ubisoft Launcher. Yeah, but like, I mean, well, yeah, you're right. But EA and Ubisoft have brought their games back to Steam. It's just that you still need to go through Origin to launch the game. That's the frustrating part. You can buy your Ubisoft games off of Steam, but you still need to have Uplay or Ubisoft Connect, whatever it's called, on your computer. It still launches the game through there. Oh, you talk about you don't care what the launcher... I mean, I wouldn't... I'm not going to not play a game because it's not on Steam. I'm just explaining that I know some people who are like that way. And... I mean, to me, it's like, if you're going to deprive yourself of a game because you don't want to download a free launcher, I think that's kind of ridiculous. But there are people who are like that. They just don't care. If it's not on Steam, it's not on PC. That's the way they think. But I'm very much like you. Like, I mean, I bought Control through Epic. Everyone was flipping out about Epic when they were first, like, when they were getting all these exclusive games. It was like, oh, you know, screw Epic. They're taking games away from Steam or whatever. And I was just like, whatever. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I just want to play the game. I think it sucks. I think it's stupid that we have to have multiple launchers anyway. I think that the game should just launch on everything. It's basically like exclusive gatekeeping on PC on an open platform.
An offering before you start, or computer spirits drink your heart. He forgot the sacrifice.
You have to do the sacrifice.
You've got to do the sacrifice.
So yeah.
Can we scold me later?
Alright, I should cut him loose while he's still got blood. Sit still, Jacob. I don't want to hit any important bones.
I am loving how normal things are today. And a quick reminder, you can find every single game from today's show in one place at the PC Gamer Steam page over at pcgamer.com/wishlist. My own wishlist is currently buckling under the strain of so many amazing games.
And you know what? Speaking of amazing games, here's our next world premiere. A brand new game published by Punkle, the creator of Vampire Survivors. Get ready to go berserk.
Okay. I hope this is over in like 20 minutes. I can't believe they did another 2-hour... Well, I shouldn't be surprised. They've been doing 2-hour conferences, but man. Berserk or die. Punk. Again, I will continue to praise the fact that there's demos for literally almost everything. That's awesome. I'm so happy that demos are back. There was like a period where everything was like anti-demo, and now it's not the case anymore.
Coming your way. What's on your mind? Aliens, the anomaly,
The bend.
we could theoretically send TV through it.
What is that hairstyle?
Is a planet-wide hallucination and a hoax?
Everybody seems so anxious to say something that they don't get their facts straight first.
Consider the Bend as a source of signal intrusions and dangerous interference.
The bend is the future. It's our future.
Couldn't catch me zooming into any bend in space.
Let us eagerly embrace
The abyss.
The Nether.
dimension television. Only on Blippo Plus.
What is that? Okay.
Great, and wouldn't you know it, we've got
From this standpoint, turns out that Valve first started this gatekeep practice with Steam and GOG. Is the only service that is completely open on customers' ownership due to DRM free, excuse me. So it's not really the fault of Epic Games, they're just copying others' business practices. That's a good point. Yeah, GOG is the only... Like, you own your games outright on GOG. But I thought on Steam... What is this? This looks interesting. I thought on Steam, they have said that there is a way that if anything happened to Steam, you could get your games. Like you'd be able to... You'd be able to get your games off of... maybe not off of Steam, but at least disable the DRM practice. I thought that Valve has said that they have something in place in case anything needs to happen with that.
Each character has their own unique combat style and active
But I don't know. I might be mistaken. I'm not anti-Epic, you know. I don't care. But
switch to Flux for a flurry of hits.
people like what they like.
With Echo's special attack.
And the thing is, the people who are complaining are not people like myself who play different varieties of games. Or maybe even people like yourself who are into like the industry and like follow everything. Like they're just a casual person. So they just look at it as, this is out of the ordinary for me. I don't like it because it's not what I'm used to. And that's the end of it. Yeah, I try to only use GOG when I have to buy a game on PC. Yeah. They, there are some games that are not on there, right? On GOG.
Some of these choices push you to take risks, others offer abilities.
This looks good, by the way.
And modifiers.
It's like a fast-paced hack and slash.
Making each run truly unique.
Morbid Metal.
Free demo tomorrow during Steam Next Fest, and wish this now for early access on August
Yeah,
20th.
I'm almost done. I'm gonna get some food. Ugh. There are hardly any games on GOG. I have a couple on there, but I haven't looked. Some surreal shit. Love Eternal. That's trippy.
Day 3.
Still alive. Bus driver simulator. It is, isn't it? Bus bound.
Today is the first day of our very own public bus service. The bus services will start in the tracks and ash tree, but will expand to more neighborhoods as passenger approvals roll in. The city council says this will be the test to see if more public
You ever wanted to work a job? We got you covered.
and let your voices be heard.
All these simulators, it's so funny. I wonder if someone's gonna, like, eventually it's gonna get to that point where you can put down, like, how many hours you played in a simulator on, like, your resume. Like, if you wanted to be an actual bus driver, you put, like, oh, I'm over 1,000 hours in bus bound. You know, I know all the practices, and the routes, and the tricks.
Stone Age technology, when the wristwatch I invented is capable of tracking.
I wonder if it'll eventually get to that point.
Any camera system on the planet instantly.
Okay, that's actually really amazing, Sean.
Well, I'm glad.
Alright, it's in 10 minutes, it'll be 2 hours, guys. Come on.
A model, a gift from me to you.
Fucking ears are hurting with having these headphones on too much.
Warehouse cameras.
Okay, Sean, this is a little bit much. Wait, I have to make an account to use this?
Well, it's a free trial for 7 days, but then it's only $9.99 a month after that. Two-factor authentication for safety.
Sean, this is and now I have to connect my Steam account?
It's plot vision as a service.
Shuhisha Games. Atmosphar. Okay. What's this? Oh, this looks interesting.
Subject decimated.
Damn. Really fast paced, very flashy. Void Breaker. You know what? That looks interesting. I would try that. Okay. Guys, are we nearing the end of this?
Someone made a cozy life sim filled with supernatural horrors, just like my everyday to-day life. And of course, it's from Blumhouse Games.
You know, I often felt that the only thing missing from Stardew Valley was the ever-present danger of murder. So this should hopefully scratch an itch.
And Grave Seasons isn't the only world premiere horror game we've got for you. Feast your eyes on this, if you dare.
On this most auspicious of nights.
And Blumhouse is going hard on video games.
I bid you welcome to the club.
We've got to get out of here.
This will help.
I'll keep an eye out for anything dangerous.
I'll check for anything on the floor.
A terrible curse has drawn you together, but fear threatens to drive you apart.
Did you seriously rob me?
Is that blood?
Dude, my ear's in a lot of pain. It's kind of my fault too because I don't have it like right over my head. I have it like towards the back, so it doesn't like completely ruin my hair. But ow.
Before the rest of my guests arrive.
Eyes of Hellfire.
Born of the Abyss, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines Unofficial Patch, Doom 3 Phobos, and more.
I mean, we have to be nearing the end of this.
Pre-installed and ready to play, smooth as never before. Just add the mod to your library, click download, and install it. It's that simple. GOG has teamed up with modding communities to bring you iconic fan creations, which, by restoring cut content, fixing long-standing bugs, to introducing entirely new quests, characters, and experiences, breathe new life into classic titles.
Oh, Empire the Masquerade. Ah, Sky Oblivion. People are waiting for that too. It's interesting that that's coming out now that the Oblivion remake is out, but considering the Oblivion remake is all glitchy and just horribly optimized, it's probably the best thing for Sky Oblivion. Yeah, that too, Tregum. Sky Oblivion is free. Oh yeah, Hotline Miami, man. I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Well, Sean, by using my advanced spy technology of looking out the window, I think the rig is just about ready to boot up. Hey, Frankie, how we doing in there?
I think we are just about ready.
There we go. Now it looks like an actual computer.
She's ready to roar.
Sparks and catches on fire.
Guys, I thought you'd never ask. Ugh. It's alive!
It's beautiful. It calls to me.
I love it more than any parent could love their child.
As a mother, I take offense to that. But in this case, I'll allow it. And if you are watching this now, this very PC could be yours. Mika, what do they need to know?
That's right, you could be the proud owner of the rig. In all of its top-of-the-line AMD-powered gaming glory. All you need to do is follow the link below.
PCgamer.com/survey.
I mean, I'd like to enter myself, but I am public enemy #1 in 14 countries, and I'm not about to add another. So head on over to PCgamer.com/survey now and get your hat in the ring.
So our build might be finished, but we've still got more games to show. So let's take a look.
It's just about to be over.
May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within.
I'll go leave it.
May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within.
It's been pretty good. Alright. Damn it. Keep pushing your headphones. Alright, I went to that website, by the way, the PCgamer.com/survey, and I do not see a survey. I see what looks like an article. Here's the link to the survey. Oh, okay, there we go. They just have it hidden in text. Let's see if it loads. Eclipsean. Web wishlist. Okay. Here we go. We got some quick questions about you. And what you thought of the show. Oh no, I'm not the right person to ask for that. I'm filling out the survey. Hold on. This looks interesting. Abyssus. You're stretching. I thought you needed something.
The answer. Huh? What do you think about the show? It was alright.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
Alright.
I thought it was fantastic.
It was alright. Alright.
Favorite show of the Games Fest thing. Here we go. Look at this. This looks interesting. Oh, we saw this already. The Ascendant. That's right.
Edmund McMillan of The Binding of Isaac. This here's Tyler Glale. Yeah. We're coming to you from Santa Cruz, California. Hometown. Number 1, this is not a wig. Yeah. Number 2, we got a game coming out soon. Yeah. Here's the trailer. Yeah.
What seems to be going on with the little guy?
Yeah, I think my cat's sick. Yeah, he's got a broken neck. He has horrible IBS. His mouth and one of his ears are missing. His soul was removed by a Kandarian demon.
What was that last one?
He's taken a shotgun to the face a couple times.
What?
He's got rabies, I'm pretty sure. And he's made a deal with the devil. He was stabbed.
I never played The Binding of Isaac, so... But I know it was extremely popular.
He has depression. Who doesn't nowadays, right? He appears to have a conjoined twin. I don't really. He has a gambling addiction.
Start.
He was mauled by a large headless beast. His tail appears to be growing ahead. He has ADHD. He got into a fight with a dog.
Eugenics. Coming to Steam February 10th, 2026.
Okay.
Magnificent games and a magnificent gaming PC.
Meat Canyon.
Could win. Once again, head over to PCgamer.com/survey for a chance to claim the
You guys said the same thing.
Mika, have you noticed that since powering her up, we've been hearing that annoying, super ominous voice?
Yeah, kind of like we tore the very fabric of our plane of existence and brought through this terrifying unknown being drawn in by the awesome processing power of the rig.
Oh, thank God it's not just me.
No, it's not. And you know what? I know we shouldn't mess with whatever this is, but the rig.
Yeah, I feel it in my teeth.
God, same. But okay, listen. The show's almost done, so let's finish strong and agree to stop messing with whatever is saying the rig.
Great idea. Let's close out the show the same way we began, with a trio of exclusive world premieres.
Okay. A trio. 3. Here we go.
Formation 34, former
surgeon at Westwood Hospital. You've been brought here to perform a surgery. Cole Mason, former surgeon at Westwood Hospital.
I don't know how, but I think we've done this already. Oh, there's a way out of here.
Is it an FMV game? Dead Reset. And then, yeah, it's an FMV, like, interactive horror thing. Kind of like Late Shift. Or any of those other games. Okay. Could be interesting. Where will your legs take you? Hopefully to a restaurant or somewhere where there's food. For me, at least. Alright. Should be the last one. Disrupt the wildlife, destroy national forests, building a tower from the 13th century, giant mechs, and just ruining the planet for all species. Wanderberg. Okay. Guys, look, I'm on drugs. The video game.
So that was the games, the rig.
Okay.
Gadgets, the non-lethal electrocutions,
All right, I'm done.
Oh my god, the thermal page. And speaking of gadgets, we've got time
Hold
to
on.
show off one last little invention of ours.
Wait till they say goodbye.
Inside this keyboard is a hidden compartment for storing hand-encrypted messages, and I've left a special farewell message for the viewers. We have just got to crack it open.
I'm gonna destroy a keyboard. It's right there. What's on the
Yeah,
back?
this is just a normal keyboard. It's Jim's from accounting.
Poor guy can't catch a win, and this soon after the divorce?
Oh, a reminder to everyone, thermal paste isn't food.
A big thanks to Frankie and Jacob for building the rig. And thanks, of course, to all of you for tuning in.
We'll have to work super hard to top this when the PC gaming show Most Wanted returns in December. Thanks for watching.
See you in December, everyone.
No. I don't want to watch it again. Fuck off. Alright, I think it was a better conference than last year, but I still don't, like, it still was my least favorite conference, and it has been my least favorite conference for this whole year, and yet I continue to suffer. I continue to suffer.
Why am I still here?
Anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, The Outer Worlds 2 is 80. I saw that. Well, Microsoft said that already. With all their games are going, even Indiana Jones is going up to $80 at the end of this year, so better get it now. Yeah. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna go get food. That is it for the summer fucking games things, guys. That is all. Ubisoft is not showing up this year. Devolver is not showing up this year. That is all that we got. I think this year was okay. I would give this presentation a C, and I think the best presentation we've had. I mean, Xbox and Future Game Show were really good. They were really good. None of the conferences I would give an A, though, to. Even Xbox, like, I'd give it a B. still, because there was a lot of stuff on the table that we just didn't really, you know, get to see. So I'd probably give overall this entire Summer Games this thing, I'd probably give it a B. I'd give it a B. If it's A, B, C, or D, I would give it a B, probably. I think it would come out to there. Good announcements, some good surprises, and some stuff that looked really cool, but also a lot of games that are still in limbo. It looks like are going to continue to be in limbo, that we just don't know anything about them, and that's unfortunate. And yeah, here's hoping something happens with that. Anyway, all right, thank you guys so much, especially Tregum and Hamster as well, and Tyler. I know Tyler's not here right now, but you know, just you guys who have continued to, you know, you guys joined for all the conferences and you know, stuck in there with me. You know, I really appreciate that. I want to let you know that really does mean a lot. So thank you so much for being here. I hope the rest of you guys have a fantastic day, and I guess if I do anything for my birthday, which will be on Saturday, I will let you know. But so far, nothing scheduled, okay? I guess the next time I'll be streaming definitely will be around Gamescom, or at least in August. Whenever that future game show thing is, I'll probably stream that, and we'll kind of go on from there. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk later. Goodbye.